Well, let's say hello and welcome to one and all to another Mikey Live program. I am your host, Mikey Hutchinson, and here we are coming to you from the Spice I Love, the Caribbean, Grenada. It's a Friday, and we're happy to be with you. Of course, we don't stay long on the program Friday. We hit you with the breaking and the facts and the breaking news and all the facts and so on, and then we leave you to go about your business, all right? So tonight, Grenada maintains a stable decline on COVID cases. NDC to hold historic party convention on the weekend. Guyanese woman charged for non-capital murder. Attorney for the accused killer says he plans to plead not guilty. Passenger dies on Caribbean Airline flight to Barbados. West Indies beat Bangladesh to stay alive in the T20 World Cup tournament. We have all of that and more to talk to you about on the program tonight. If you have not yet done so, we encourage you to please go ahead and share the business so that people know that we are live. The usual suspects who are always here, we say hello to you. And to those of you who are here for the first time, well, welcome. What took you so long? Anyway, the headlines was brought to you through the kind compliments of Courts Grenada Limited, Digicel, Nawasa, the Housing Authority of Grenada, Superb Distributors, Real Value IGA Supermarket. We want to say thank you to all our headline sponsors. And here's what, somebody sharing tonight's program will receive some free credits, compliments, Digicel, and that person could be you. So folks, we're taking a break and we'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only. All right, well, welcome back, family, and let's get straight into what's making the news for tonight, all right? Now, again, we'd like to welcome those of you who are here for the first time. Earlier this week, we saw the completion and the opening ceremony of the EC 3.1 million Cherry Hill Agricultural Feeder Road project in Carriacou. Now, the project, in its 10th month duration, saw the construction of over 3,000 feet of concrete roads and drains, as well as major retaining walls and driveways. Now, the minister with responsibility for Carriacou and Plead Marketing Affairs, Kindra Matthew and Stewart, in her address at the completion and opening ceremony, commends Sky Construction for its excellent execution and ensuring that high construction standards were maintained throughout the project. Minister Stewart added that the project was initiated by the late Elvin Nimrod, former Mayor of Carriacou and PT Marketing Affairs and local government, and it is pleased to have brought it to fruition, all right? And so the people of Carriacou and PT Marketing, they can enjoy this. You wouldn't imagine what that road was like a year ago. So I guess as much the guys, the people who will be utilizing this road are they're really happy that it is the way it is right now. Now, the next thing that we have to tell all about, boy, is that Grenada and other Caribbean countries are calling for the simplification of the process, that is to access funds under the Green Climate Fund, the GCF, as well as an increase in the percentage allocated to adaptation to climate change by the fund. Now, this was the focus of the discussions at a meeting of the heads of government this week with the executive director of the Green Climate Fund, Yannick Glenmark. All right. Now, their engagement has come ahead of the United Nations Climate Conference, COP26, which begins Sunday in Glasgow, Scotland. Now, the CARICOM leaders urged Glenmark and his people to establish an office of the GCF in the region in order to enhance interaction between the fund and the community. Tuesday's meeting was the latest in a series of activities to prepare the community's case for action to be taken at COP26, which would which will rebound on the benefit of the region. Now, the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, we have been monitoring carefully. Yeah, my screen is blinking. I'm trying to play it off, but no, I don't know. Anyway, so we've been carefully looking at Grenada's COVID-19 numbers, and what we can tell you is that these numbers are going down steadily. So we're talking about the active cases, they are going down. We're talking about the new cases. We see that they are now within the range of 4 and let's say 7. You know, I don't want to put an exact average, but somewhere within that range. All right, so Grenada continues to maintain a stable decline in COVID-19 cases. All right, after the country experienced a very dread first wave of the virus. Now, the latest report published last evening shows that there have been 4 new cases of COVID-19. All right, 364 tests conducted yesterday, bringing the cumulative confirmed cases to 5,834, of which there has been 5,511 cumulative recoveries. Now, there have been no deaths over the period and for the second day in a row. However, some 6 persons are currently hospitalized. An additional 226 persons have received the second dose of vaccines, bringing the fully vaccinated population to 31,417. 6,788 individuals are reportedly partially vaccinated. The big talk this weekend, the NDC convention. There is no rebuilding without you and I. And this is the theme under which delegates of the National Democratic Congress will meet this coming Sunday, 31st October 2021, for a historic convention. Delegates and contenders for the different positions on the National Executive Council have been preparing themselves for this pivotal and historic party convention that will see the election of a new executive under a new leader. It is expected that youth and energy will be blended with maturity and experience. In preparation, members participated in a series of pre-convention activities, including debates and interviews before the party members and a special committee set up for the purpose. Now, there has also been heavy canvassing of delegates in the true spirit of democracy, as exemplified in the NDC. Now, the final pre-convention event, a town hall meeting, was held last night with contenders for political leader forming the panel. Now, this will be the country's first, according to this press release from the NDC, ever virtual convention and election by a political party. In this regard, the NDC will be setting the trend. Now, party members are expected to emerge from the convention inspired, energized, and ready to rebuild Grenada. The contenders have all pledged to party members and delegates that after Sunday, the new leadership team will be ready to lead, ready to win. All right, we received this correspondence from the National Democratic Congress. And as we move on, we see here that Shane Ann Ambrose is a 24-year-old national of Nassau, New Amsterdam, Barbados, Guyana, who resided at Simone in St. Andrew, was arrested, formally charged, and cautioned for the offense of non-capital murder in connection with the death of Clifford Marshall. Now, you guys will remember the story hit social media a couple months ago. Now, Ambrose appeared at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Friday, 29th October 2021, and was remanded to custody at Her Majesty's Prison. She will reappear in court on November 12th, 2021. We spoke to the police right after the court hearing this morning.
Today, one Shane Ambrose, a 24-year-old national of Guyana. She was arrested and charged by officers attached to the Criminal Investigation Department in relation to the deaths, causing the deaths of Mr. Clifford Marshall. She was charged for the offense of non-capital murder, and she was taken to the Grenville Magistrates Court today. She was remanded to custody at Her Majesty's Prisons until November 12th, when she will reappear at the Grenville Magistrates Court. Ms. Sheehan was charged in relation to that occurrence on June 26, 2021.
All right, guys, and you will recall the Clifford's death first of all, and then a video started circulating on social media where it's believed to be that of Ms. Ambrose, and in that video she seemingly spoke of a confession that she had to make, something that was on her chest, and then she accused her her ex-lover of sexually molesting her young daughter. Yes, she was crying in the video. Well, that video made the rounds on social media. Now, attorney for the accused, Jerry Edwin, he is saying that he's going to be putting up a serious fight on behalf of his client. Now, what Edwin is saying is that, hey, we are not taking this lightly. Yes, I'm going to be fighting and fighting hard. In fact, he says that he will be pleading not guilty when the case comes. Let's talk to Jerry Edwin. And we have attorney Jerry Edwin, who's also the defense lawyer for the accused Shane Ann. And welcome to the program. And this is a very interesting development, Attorney Edwin.
Yes, you know, for the last, I would say, 2 months, my client Shane Ann Ambrose has been a very anxious young lady because her infant child was placed in such jeopardy that she wanted to get the child back home in Guyana because we did not know what the Royal Grenada Police Force would do. Only today we were informed by the inspector in charge of the investigation that he would question her. And that occurred at the Grenville police station. And this afternoon I learned that she was charged with non-capital murder.
And what is your position? What is your position on this? I mean, you are privy to the story as she has told you what has happened, what has transpired, and so on. And how do you feel about that? What kind of position will you be taking in court?
I want to be absolutely crystal about this, Mikey. We will present a full-throated, absolute case of not guilty to the offense for which she is charged. She's accused of non-capital murder, and we will spare no end to plead her non-culpability to this offense. We are uncompromising given the circumstances of this case that my client, 24-year-old Shane Ann Ambrose, is not guilty of the offense of non-capital murder.
Well, attorney, there might be compelling evidence as the prosecution will present that may go against the argument of your client. What do you have to say about that?
Well, the prosecution, and it is always the case that our Honorable Director of Public Prosecution, Mr. Christopher Nelson, he will never bring a case against anyone unless he has compelling evidence. But we are in a system of law, and it is up to the jury in this case to actually determine what will occur, because it is an adversarial system, and it is for the men and women of a jury in Grenada, of her peers, to actually determine, after they hear all the evidence, whether she is guilty. I can tell you that she has no obligation. It is the state, to the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, our Honorable Christopher Nelson's office, to bring their case and to convince a jury.
All right. I don't know if you can get into it, but what's the story like? Because we are hearing of alleged molestation of the accused child, leading to her becoming frustrated and so on. So what can you say about her argument?
I would tell you that if I did not believe in my client's case, I would not even in the first instance be talking with you. I believe what my client has told me, that the deceased sexually assaulted her daughter once in her presence, while she lay asleep, and she was awakened. And what she saw with her own eyes made her question the deceased. And he said to her, according to what she told me, he said, you're imagining things. You know what you saw, you didn't see. Don't believe your own eyes. And my client believed him. because she could not believe what she had seen. So outrageous was it. So she went back to sleep. And then again, she saw the deceased emerging from the shower with her infant child. And when she questioned her daughter said, "Mommy, here is the story." A 5-year-old Mikey. And then the mother knew, in fact, it was true. I will tell you this. The mother had information which was corroborated by members of the deceased's own family, that he had been accused and convicted in the United Kingdom for similar offenses. That's what I am told. But let me also say this. There are persons in Grenada who are calling for a sex registry. And I have always maintained that is a dog that will not bark in Grenada, and I will still maintain it. However, when we deport persons from North America, Canada, the United States, or from Europe, I think our Royal Grenada Police Force has an obligation to record the offenses these persons are accused of and to maintain a registry. I think that's the only context in which we should have a sex registry in Grenada, because we don't know these people. You see, the ordinary, I shouldn't say ordinary, but the offender who is a local, who is a national, who has lived among us, who we know, there's no need for a registry. We know the person. We know where they live. We know where they went to school. We know who their family is. I don't care where they go, Grandans, Granetang, Grandbra. We know where they are. We know everything about them. But when we have persons who have spent the majority of their lives in foreign countries and then are deported back to Grenada, we know nothing about them. That's when we need a sex registry, if they are accused and convicted and then deported as a result of sexual offenses. That's the only context in which I think we need them.
All right.
A registry.
Okay, and that again is another topic that we've been talking for in terms of about for a very long time, I guess as much. And the point that you have brought up brings into context probably one of the reasons why we have not had any movement of it, because there might just be so many different aspects and elements of it that has to be considered before it is put into action. But of course, it's a conversation that needs to continue to happen.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely. But I just want to reiterate, Mr. Hutchinson, that my client is pleading not guilty. And I tell you, I do not believe that in the circumstances of this case, there is a jury of her peers in Grenada that will convict her of non-capital murder.
Thanks for your time, Attorney Jerry Edwin. And of course, we wish you all the best in court.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hutchinson.
And thanks again. That's Attorney Jerry Edwin. He's the defense lawyer for the accused. Of course, this is a story that we're going to continue to follow. It's a very interesting development, if you ask me. This is going to be a very interesting case. All right, if you understand the circumstances, if you understand how we've gotten here, this will be a very interesting case in court. Again, we are committed to following that story. Now, the Caribbean Airlines CAL confirmed that a passenger had died on its flight from Jamaica to Barbados on Thursday and that the crew had followed all the relevant operating procedures. Now, the airline did not provide much details on the incident, but Other passengers on the mid-morning flight told the media that the male passenger between the ages 35 to 45 years old was discovered unconscious in the aircraft's toilet after flight attendants found he was taking long in there. A doctor who was among the passengers on the flight assisted in trying to revive the man. According to the CAL, there was a medical emergency. The crew followed all the relevant operating procedures, but regrettably, the passenger expired. All right, and CAL went on to express condolence and so on to the family. Okay, so the next thing that we have to tell you about, boy, if you are a follower of the West Indies or if you're even looking at the World T20 tournament, the West Indies are still alive as we speak. The defending champions beat Bangladesh by 3 runs in a cricket thriller that went to the final ball today, picking up the first win of their underwhelming title defense. Needing 13 runs of Andre Russell's final over to collect their own first victory in the Super 12s, Bangladesh got it down to requiring 4 of the last ball of the match, and they were not able to do so. Now, West Indies as well has been struggling, and if they lost the game today, they would have lost their chances of advancing to the next round of the competition, noting that they are the defending champions. They have not been able to prove themselves as worthy of that title in the past few days while defending that title in the 2021 T20 tournament. Let's see what will be happening going forward. Grenada has its own player there, Andre Fletcher, who's always done well. And so we wish him and the team all the best. We are waiting for the COVID-19 details from the Ministry of Health, and here it comes. Wow, what, Mikey, you are good mode. Here it comes. Okay, so for today, these are the numbers. So Grenada has recorded, or records now, 5 new cases of COVID-19 today. All right. So 5 new cases of COVID-19 recorded in Grenada today, and that's out of a total of 271 tests that were carried out. Now that takes our positivity rate to 1.8%. The active cases of COVID-19 in Grenada now stands at 129. There was 1 recovery today, and 1, unfortunately, person died. All right, so 1 person died. So our cumulative deaths now stand at 198 as we slowly go towards the 200 mark. Since our first case, Grenada recorded 5,839 cases and 5,512 recoveries. As it relates to our vaccination numbers, persons who have partially been vaccinated, 6,740, and fully vaccinated persons stands at now 31,588. When we return, we will have for you the national report and the weather. You stay tuned for that. We'll be back.
Running low on groceries? Why not visit realvalueiga.com and experience our new online shopping platform? Place your order, then go out and enjoy your day to spend more time with friends and family. Free delivery available within select locations or in-store pickup available. Sounds simple, right? It is. Stress less, live more with Real Value IGA online store, where good food begins. Rich, smooth, delicious, and packed with vitamins that could only be one thing. It's Rika Almond Beverage. Great on its own or a lovely addition to smoothies. So call Superb Distributors on 435-2948 or visit us at Tempe St. George's today. Remember, Rika is life and life is Rika.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Boy, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call 440-1015 or 440-1016 or check out their website hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store now has amazing deals, special discounted prices on wedding sets, watches and selected jewelry. We sell top brand jewelry and watches like Citizen, Guess and Klein and G-Shock, all at the best prices in Grenada. We also buy scrap gold and offer the best deals and customer service on the island. Opening hours Mondays to Saturdays 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store, located at the Esplanade Mall, St. George's, Grenada. Visit our brand new remodeled store or call us on telephone number 414-3114, 232-1234 or WhatsApp 533-1581. Sale is on for a limited time only.
The mobile app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. With the new Nawasa mobile app, your entire access to your Nawasa account is at your reach. Instantly mobile, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Easy access by phone or on your computer, mobile.nawasa.gd offers a secure login platform through the touch of a button. Get access to all your account insights including overdue amounts, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to website, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion.
Welcome to Yogo. Most of you know us for our food delivery service and our food pass for free delivery from restaurants. But did you know you can also use us for grocery deliveries too? We've just added another 5,000 plus new items to Yogo's supermarket. And stay updated as we add more products and vendors. Yogo Services is our convenient skip-the-line offering. Let us pay your electric, water, and other utility bills for you. With us, you will be able to buy tickets, pay your rent, schedule bookings, and other services. Need a ride to get somewhere? Give Yogo Lyft a try. Select your pickup location and destination location and wait for our driver to collect you. Never have to worry about how you're gonna get to a place again. Please see website or app for our service locations. And sign up now.
House of Representatives to hold special sit-in next week Tuesday. We'll have details to this story and more in the National Report. Welcome back. With the details to the news for Friday, October 29th, 2021, I am Sherian Noel. A special sitting of the House of Representatives will be held next week Tuesday to discuss a resolution to approve an extension of the declaration of emergency from November 20th, 2021 to May 27th, 2022. In January of this year, both houses passed a resolution that the declaration of emergency by the Governor General dated January 11th be approved for the period ending July 14th. At a subsequent sitting, both houses approved a further extension to November 20th. Tuesday's special sitting will also discuss the resolution for the purpose of Section 4.3 of the Quarantine Act, Chapter 271. They will also discuss an amendment to the COVID-19 regulations to reflect a change in the price of PCR tests from $405 to $135. That reduction was recently announced by Minister for Tourism and Civil Aviation, Honorable Clarice Modest-Kerwin. The Upper House will approve the same resolution on Thursday, November 4th. Moving along, Grenada's COVID-19 positivity rate remains low as the Ministry of Health continues its testing and vaccination campaign in an effort to manage the spread of the virus. In recent weeks, the Ministry of Health has been recording positive cases in the single digits, following weeks of confirmed cases above 100. As of Thursday, October 28th, the ministry confirmed 4 new positive cases, which brings the number of active cases to 126. 2 individuals have recovered. The ministry's testing and vaccination campaign continues this weekend at various locations throughout the island, and health officials continue to warn against complacency to avoid reversing the gains that have so far been made. Permanent Secretary for Human Resource Development in the Ministry of Education, Norman Gilbert, says the ministry will focus on improving its technical and vocational education and training program, TVET, and establishing higher-level education certification. This decision forms part of recommendations made by the participants of a recent community college exchange program in the United States. Grenada, along with representatives from St. Lucia and Suriname, were given an opportunity to witness first-hand community college programs, infrastructure, finance, and building partnerships. P.S. Norman Gilbert led the delegation from Grenada. He said although Grenada's TVET program cannot be compared to the programs offered in the United States, the design is unique and great for skills development.
The Ministry of Education, led by the Minister, has articulated in the past government's vision for TVET and the need for TVET to become a main staple in our education sector. And I think that this experience can only add value to what we are doing here as a ministry in regard to TVET and to lift the profile of TVET education, recognizing that this area is one that is in need of some attention and that the focus on ensuring that our students develop skills that can also accompany the academic achievement is of importance, and that we are doing our very best to ensure that that happens. We have a certain niche within our country that we can focus on and we can develop once we invest in TVET.
The Grenada delegation included 7 professionals from the Ministry of Education, T.A. Marisho Community College, Grenada National Training Agency, and New Life Organization, NULO. The team will officially submit recommendations where emphasis can be placed to improve the TVET program, TAMCC, and other areas of skills development. P.S. Gilbert said the Ministry of Education is developing a national TVET policy and a national qualifications framework.
We are currently preparing our summary report, and that report would highlight what we feel are some of the recommendations that we can make as a grouping led by the ministry, of course. I can tell you that one of the key areas that we need to focus on is that of data collection in terms of which areas are available for training, which areas are not available, where the market saturation. Being able to conduct market assessment needs is one of the areas that we have to also place some emphasis on. They need to provide a higher level certification at our community college. So currently TAMCC does level 1, level 2 programs. We need to expand that to level 3 programs and above. So when a student comes from NULO or from Telfas with a level 2, they can move on to higher level at the T.A. Marisho Community College. And we also need to look at our entire TVET system in terms of availability. And availability here in terms of support. A number of persons who are interested in TVET may not be able to fund themselves through the various training programs. And we need to look at the harmonization of training so that persons can maximize the limited resources available.
Parents, students, teachers, and school administrators are preparing for the resumption of school via phased reopening beginning on Monday, November 1st. Classes for students in exit grades, forms, and Year 2 at TAMCC will be held Wednesdays to Fridays. All students in exit classes should report to face-to-face classes. Mondays and Tuesdays are specifically designated for students who have challenges with online classes. Kindergarten and 3+ preschool students will attend school on Mondays and Tuesdays. Grade 2 also attends on Mondays, while grades 3 to 5 attend on Tuesdays. All students in exit classes, Form 5, Grade 6, and 4+ preschoolers will attend Wednesdays to Fridays. For secondary school students, Mondays are designated for Forms 1 and 2, Tuesdays for 3 and 4, and Wednesday to Fridays for Form 5s. The T.A. Marisho Community College Year 1s will attend school on Mondays and Tuesdays, and Year 2s on Wednesdays to Fridays. For all other school students in exit grades will attend Wednesday to Friday. Disconnected students of other grades will attend school on Mondays and Tuesdays according to school-specific plans. The principals of special needs schools will contact parents to inform them of arrangements for the students. Students who are unable to wear masks and who have underlying medical conditions should remain at home. School attendance officers will follow up with students and parents during this period to ensure compliance. For schools currently undergoing construction, the principal and maintenance officer will determine a schedule for the completion of work. Additionally, the Ministry of Education will continue sanitization procedures currently in place. This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
Parents, the Ministry of Education has scheduled a series of webinars during the month of October with you in mind, supporting your child with remote learning. These webinars are to help you to better assist your child as remote learning is ongoing for our nation's students. Starting on Sunday, 10th October from 5 p.m. and continuing every Sunday in October, we will be discussing remote learning. Week 1, get to know your device, how to interact with the devices and care for them. Weeks 2 and 3, we discuss remote learning during the COVID-19 pandemic and apps for promoting remote learning. And week 4, Sunday 31st October, the discussion will zero in on psychosocial well-being, balancing e-learning with the rest of your life. The Zoom-based webinars will be broadcast live on GIS Facebook page and Channel 22, beginning Sunday 10th and continuing every Sunday in the month of October from 5 p.m. Support your child with remote learning.
Welcome back. Veterinary and livestock assistance was rendered to farmers and householders of Pearl, St. Andrew and other surrounding communities as the Ministry of Agriculture seeks to help build awareness of viral and bacterial infections affecting small and large ruminants, particularly at this time of year. We get more in this report from the Ministry of Agriculture.
Good husbandry practices, good nutritional practices, treatment and diagnoses were the order of the day at the Veterinary and Livestock Clinic hosted by the Ministry of Agriculture in the community of Pearls, St. Andrew on Wednesday. The clinic forms part of a series of outreach that is aimed at assisting farmers with veterinary and livestock issues that they may be challenged with. Head of the department, Dr. Kimon Cummings, recognizing the importance of the clinic, took out of his vacation time and joined his counterparts, livestock officers and assistants from the Ministry of Agriculture in offering the best service to the farmers and householders. He said the clinic couldn't be more timely as bacterial infections and nutritional issues are most prevalent this time of year.
Most farmers are not too well informed about good dietary practices, good husbandry practices. Like the rain is coming now, animals may have wounds which might be exposed to the mud and the environment and bacteria that could get infected, and the loss could be, they could have quite a bit of losses if they're not too if they're not too careful or they're not too informed as to how they could properly manage those things. So I think this event today here it's it's quite timely, I would say.
Two of the main treatment rendered at the clinic were rabies vaccination and deworming. Animal Health Officer Yolande Telesford explains the importance of these two treatments.
We have mongoose here, and mongoose are the reservoir for the rabies virus. It is a deadly virus, and there is no cure if it's not getting infected was vaccinated. So once the animal is vaccinated, it's protected against rabies. It's also important to protect the animal against rabies because rabies could be transmitted from the animal to human, and there is no cure as well when a human contract rabies. It's important to get the animal dewormed. It will help the animal to be free from internal parasites as well as external parasites, and that will help the animal to thrive better, to grow and develop better.
The Climate Smart Agriculture and Rural Enterprise Program continues to be an important stakeholder of the Ministry of Agriculture, as its mandate of assistance to the rural farmers ties in well with the Ministry's mantra of food and nutrition security. One of its extension assistants, Hortense Phillip, was present at the clinic, journalizing the activities for use in SIAP's community initiatives.
The end result from this initiative is to sensitize farmers as it relates to pests and diseases that the livestock or the animals are affected by, because at the end of the day, SIAP's objective is to improve livelihood. And if farmers is doing that as a livelihood, they need to know what are some of the problems they encounter and how they can mitigate that problems. I would look at some of the things that they carry out or some of the activities that is undertaken here, and I would be able to relate it to my other co-workers as well as my supervisor, and we could use that use persons from the livestock department to do community awareness in other villages and communities.
The clinic continues in the parish of St. Mark in the coming weeks and will roll over into 2022 with improved strategies and structures.
And finally in the news, The Division of Youth Development wraps up its 2021 commemoration of Youth Week, which concludes Sunday, October 31st. As part of activities to mark the celebration, the division held a youth parliamentary sitting on Thursday. The young parliamentarians debated the resolution, be it resolved that the National Youth Parliament does not approve the COVID-19 pandemic, youth recovery and resilience strategy. June Paul has more in this report.
The Division of Youth Development prides itself in providing opportunities for the youth through its many programs and projects, and the hosting of the National Youth Parliament is one such desired opportunity. For the first time in years, the division will host parliamentary sittings at the lower and upper houses of Parliament. The National Youth Parliament forms part of the planned activities in commemoration of National Youth Week 2021, celebrated under the theme, Stronger Youth, Stronger Nation. Be it resolved that the National Youth Parliament, though now approves the COVID-19 pandemic youth recovery and resilience strategy. Roshan Lendo, Nikisha Hines, Jamal Belfon and Kello Natu, members of both the government and opposition teams, shared their perspectives on the topic and its relevance as the country battles with the COVID-19 outbreak.
My focus for my presentation was on the issue of health, as well as access to tertiary education for students from Carriacou, Petite Martinique. The issue of health is a great one because in the time of this pandemic, it is even more pronounced the importance of health. And I spoke on the issue of compensation for healthcare workers, and especially in comparison with other countries.
The strategy put forward by the government, however, in my opinion, I believe should be amended with some of the bright ideas that was presented by the opposition team.
It is evident that young persons face a lot of challenges because of the pandemic. So being able to lend a helping hand in helping to assist in recovery and resilience to the youth is very good. And it is one of the most important things that the government can do at this time.
COVID-19 has definitely impacted our families significantly. And some of the ideas we shared was in regards to raising salaries for our nurses and our frontline workers, as well as providing counseling support for them as well.
Grateful for the opportunity provided, the young parliamentarians spoke of their takeaway experience.
My experience here today was quite a great one. Just the very fact of being in the Houses of Parliament was a tremendous experience. You know, this is the place where all the laws of the country are passed and amended, and just seeing the inner workings of this process and being a part of it in a simulated way was a great opportunity.
My experience has been a tremendous one. It has been a bit nerve-wracking, but thanks to our facilitators and as well the preparation into getting here, we have overcome and we have delivered well.
Experience today was definitely phenomenal. We gained a lot from it, and I must say that I look forward to having other experiences like this in the future.
Activities to commemorate the week celebrations, which runs from October 27th to October 21st, includes Youth Staff Virtual Training, National Youth Parliament, Youth Volunteer Weekend, and culminates with a virtual togetherness concert on Sunday, October 31st, 2021. Youth participation through the many programs and projects offered by the Division of Youth Development helps promote the well-being and development of young people, strengthens their commitment to an understanding of human rights and democracy, which allows for them to actively contribute to the decision-making processes. Reporting for the Division of Youth Development, I am June Paul.
Now for a recap of the top story. House of Representatives to host special sitting next week, Tuesday. And with this, we come to the end of the National Report for Friday, October 29th, 2021. On behalf of the entire news and production team, I am Sharia Noel, thanking you for viewing.
Yeah, we apologize for that little glitch, all right? Yeah. Anyway, so let's take a look at what the weather is saying. And we see here that the weather is expected to be generally fair and hazy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief early morning showers. There's a warning, hazy advisory in effect, or a haze advisory. Now, the public and marine sectors should take the necessary precautions. Now, tonight's minimum temperature is expected to be about 26 degrees Celsius, winds northeasterly to easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. A marine advisory is in effect due to low visibility. The weather for Saturday, generally fair, hazy and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with a possible isolated morning and nighttime shower. Maximum temperature 31.5 degrees Celsius, minimum 26 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. Again, warning, haze advisory in effect. The public and marine sectors should take the necessary precautions. And as it relates to the weather for Sunday, God's willing, there is also a haze advisory in effect for Sunday. And the weather for Sunday generally fair, hazy and breezy, becoming partly cloudy at times with few brief evening and nighttime showers. 31.5 degrees Celsius as the max temperature, minimum 26 degrees Celsius. Winds northeasterly to east southeasterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate, waves 3 to 5 feet in open waters. And that's the weather. And before we wrap, let's say hello to all the people who are currently tuned in on YouTube. We appreciate your company. Wendy Ann, those of you who are on Facebook now, Wendy Ann, Peter, Marshall Diamonds, Glenda. We also have with us Kireen and Shireen and Suzette. How are you doing, Suzette? And we also have with us Elise. Elise, how are you doing today? Anne, how are you? That's Anne-Marie. How are you? Kathy and Celine is with us as well. And Doris, Zaka, Javar, Brenda. Who else is with us as well? We have Eunice and Patricia with us. Thank you for joining us. Jennifer, thank you for joining us as well. All right. Sharon, thank you for joining us too. And everyone else, thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you and the family. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. All right. May God bless you. My family as well. Take care. Goodbye. Let's go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we all say, Ja! No, take care.